Hello to you, my friends. I'm Kaylyn, and welcome to the BUgirl channel. Let's talk about kindness, shall we? Now, kindness seems like a pretty easy one, right? Maybe you're someone who's really quick to help out a friend. Or maybe you like to buy your friend a cup of coffee when she's had a really bad day. Or you say, of course I would do anything for that person. They would do the same thing for me. Boom, that's kindness right there. Nailed it. But how do you act when someone is unkind to you? Or even outright mean to you? If you're like me and someone is yelling at you, or even worse, yelling at someone that you love, your automatic reaction might be to want to kick into overdrive and yell back at that person, to act aggressively and with zero kindness. I'll admit that in the past, I've thought that if I was showing kindness to someone who was being really mean towards me, that it meant that I was weak and that I was letting them walk all over me and that I was just gonna let them win. Let me just share a story with you. First of all, something you need to know is that my husband is one of the nicest people I have ever met in my whole life. And I would definitely say that one of his strengths is kindness. But I never knew just how powerful kindness could be until he told me this story. There was a day that someone had come at him and they were very angry and really upset and yelling at him and just taking everything out on him. My husband let that person talk, and while he maybe felt like he wanted to be aggressive back and yell back, he just listened to them. And as he was listening, he prayed for that person. He prayed that God would give him a double dose of kindness to give back to that person. When it was his turn to talk, he was calm and collected. He validated that other person's feelings, and he disarmed the aggression with kindness. Hearing that story really made me stop and think. Do I respond with kindness in the face of anger and aggression? Or do I respond with my own anger and aggression and make an already bad situation even worse? It made me realize that being kind is absolutely not a weakness. It's actually an incredible strength. It takes so much strength to act with kindness in the face of unkindness, and we need God's help for that. Ephesians 4:32 says, "Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ forgave you." This verse is so important. God knows that the relationships that we have in our lives are super powerful. We can affect and be affected by each other so much. Our words and actions have a huge impact on those around us. When we're not kind to the people around us, the things that we say and the things that we do stay with that person that we've unloaded all of that on. It stays in their head and in their heart, and it makes them feel awful. And let's face it, it makes us feel awful too. No one wants to be that person who just leaves a trail of hurt behind them. So let's be intentional with our kindness, even when it's hard, and even when it's not convenient. If you feel yourself wanting to blow up at someone, just take a step back. Remove yourself from the situation. Pray and ask that God would give you a heart filled with kindness for other people. God will make you capable of kindness when you only want to be reactive and angry. Then you can enter back into conversation with that person when you're calm and level-headed, when you're capable of acting with kindness instead of reacting with anger. That is it for this time, friends. Let me know if you learned something new about kindness today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button and leave a comment if you enjoyed watching today.